Okay, welcome to my first quasi-official Unity program. I am here to demonstrate a graphing utility, of course, because I'm a math major. So, what we're going to do is press the spacebar a lot of times. So, let's do it. And you might notice that there's a little block running around the screen. It is doing a parametric equation thing and drawing out a parabola. Okay, so that's nice. Nice that we can make a parabola. Yeah, alright. What if we wanted a cubic? Right, what if we wanted a cubic? Alright, so it says F1 toggles typing. Let's start typing. Excuse the little mess here with the double font thing. We are going to set the coefficients of a cubic. So, let's see if I can do that. BAA is 0. That's another 0. That's a third 0. That's a 1. That's a fourth 0. This is just putting some extra letters because I had a problem with the input length. Now I'm going to press the period button. And as you can see, the bottom displays some numbers. As I said before, it was 00010. We have to read it backwards because of the way I set it up. This is the same thing as having 0x to the fourth plus 1x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x plus 0. So now, if we press F1 again to toggle back to the graph, we will see x cubed, which should come up from the bottom left, go through the center, and go up on the top right. Let's try it. And as you can see, that is exactly what we get. Now you might be asking me, well, okay, that's nice. What about fractions? Oh, fractions, of course fractions. Let's try to do 1/2 x squared. Okay, so because of the way things were typed, I couldn't get the number keys to work yet, so we're just going to use some shorthand with the AAB thing. So let's go back to the typing mode. So B is a 0. So that's a B constant, 0. Sorry, that's a constant 0. That's a linear term 0. And we want a positive, that's an A, 1/2. 1/2 is A over B. So that's kind of how it works. B blah blah is always 0. A blah blah is always the first blah divided by the second blah. C blah blah is a negative the first blah divided by the second blah. So this is slightly complicated, but okay. And I'm just adding letters at the end because of the, if I don't add enough letters, it won't input the thing at all. So let's just go. Go. All right, so we got 0x to the fourth plus 0x cubed plus 0.5x squared plus 0x plus 0. All right, let's toggle back to the graph and let's see what happens. And as you can see, it's a much more rounded and less pronounced parabola. Okay, well, let's do a negative one. Negative parabola, or negative cubic. And let's do 1/10. If I can remember what letters are 10. Let's do 1/5. All right. Yeah. Okay. So toggle back to this variable. So the first thing is 0, the second thing is 0, third thing is 0, and the last thing is a negative 1/5. And then another 0, and another 0, and another 0, and just adding letters just to kind of make things go. All right, so we have a 0x squared minus 0.2x cubed plus 0x, sorry, 0x to the fourth minus 0.2x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x plus 0. All right, so let's toggle back and see how that looks. And as you might have guessed, we have a sort of like an upside down cubic. Starts on the top left, goes to the bottom right. And I think I've proven my point here. But just in case you're really skeptical, let's try something with a few more twists and turns. Let's try quartic. And we want to try quartic with 4 roots. All right. So let me get the pencil and pen here so I can write down what I'm supposed to be doing here. The roots are going to be 1, -1, 2, and -2. And so the quartic will be x squared minus 1 times x squared minus 2. Shouldn't be hard to do. Should be an x to the fourth minus 3x squared plus, x to the fourth minus 5x squared plus 4. So it should be a 1 and then a 0. And then a -5 and then a 0 and then a 4. Okay. Except backwards. So let's see if we can do this. We are going to go back to this variable. So the 4 is first. That's a positive d over a. Okay. The next one is a 0, so it's a BAA. The next one is a negative, that's a C, E over A, which is -5. The next one is a BAA. The next one is a 1, so that's an AAA, which means a positive 1 over 1. And everything else should be fine, so, but just in case, let's just put a bunch of zeros here. And reset, go. All right, we got it. X to the fourth minus 5x squared plus 4. Let's see how it goes. Switching back to the graphing mode by toggling F1, and let's see what happens. And indeed, we had 3 roots. The 4th root we didn't quite get, but I hope you can believe me. So there you go. Part of the problem here was we didn't start left enough, and I think that's pretty good. All right, so let's actually, what we could do, if we so desired, is move everything right 1, or somehow start with -1. So that would be okay. So we would have x squared minus 1 times x minus 2. And that shouldn't be too bad. Let's calculate that. X to the fourth minus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 2x plus 0. Okay, let's try that. And if we get that, I think this is just going to be the end of the video, the end of the story. So let's push F1, variable. The last thing is a 0, so it's b 0, 0. And then the next one is a 2, positive 2. That's a BA, a positive 2 over 1. Next one's a -1, a CAA, okay. And the next one's a -2, a CBA, and the next one is a positive 1, positive 1, AAA again. BAA, 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 just to take up some space, and we'll see what happens. So that seems about right. X to the fourth minus x cubed, x to the fourth minus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 2x plus 0. Let's see what happens. Back to the graphing mode, and please work. Oh, here we go. So that's the first root. Let's come up for the second root, come down for the third root, and go over the fourth root. And there we go. 4 roots. on a quartic. All right, cool beans. This is Brian signing off. Thanks for watching this nice little Unity video, and I hope to make some more, hopefully less mathematically nerdy stuff later. But thank you for watching, and have a good day. Laters.